Good morning, happy birthday to you. Yeah, it may not be your actual birthday today, but there are some people whose real birthday is today. However, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Isn't it wonderful time to be alive? Isn't it great to wake up this morning being alive? See, every day is your birthday if you want it to be so. We do have 6 people whose real birthdays it is today, and so we're going to wish them a happy birthday while we blow out of candles. That's how we start everything. So Matt, Julie, Zoe, Dawn, Andre and Julia, happy birthday to you. Okay, so empty your lungs first of all, and then breathe in 5 through your nose, and then hold for 5, and then blow out your candles. So in through the nose. Hold for 5. And then blow out your candles. And make a wish while you do that as well, don't forget that. Do it again if you want, do it 5 times. Do it regularly during the day. Blow out your candles, celebrate your birthday every single day. It's a great way of relieving your anxiety and your panic attacks should you have problems with those at all. Okay, so happy birthday to those people. Yeah, why wait to start living a life you love? Why not start today and celebrate your birthday like we always do every single day? I was going to say something else then, I completely forgot what it was. Oh, we're going to talk about today about doing happiness rather than thinking happiness. So this is all about what actions are you taking to make sure that you have a happy life and you do things that are happy in your life today. So happy birthday today to Matt Houghton. These are people I don't really know who they are, so or how I know you rather. Having Matt Houghton, Julie Baker, Zoe Bennett, obviously I know you, good speaker, doing some support for women and broken homes, I think it was, or something, so check her out if you want to support her charity. Dawn Davis, who answers the phones for my business diary booker, not her specifically but her company. Andre Hodges, who lives here in Cirencester. Do we have actually met Andre? I don't know. If we haven't, we probably should have a coffee after COVID, of course. And Julia McCauley. I recognise the name, not sure where we've met. For those people, tell me where we met, tell me how we know each other, tell us what you do, what you sell, and what we can buy from you. That'd be fantastic. Also, for those of you who blew out your candles and made a wish, tell us what you wished for down below. Or if you don't want to do that, tell us something else you might like in your life, some other positive thing about your life. A lot of people don't believe that if you're wishing like that, you shouldn't tell anybody. I say, why not? But there you go. Anyway, and also do hashtag replay as well. Tell me you're watching the replay, because that's really cool. It makes me feel good. And thank you very much for Wendy for being my Patreon supporter. If you want to support me, Patreon link is in the description. Right, back on with the day. Doing happiness rather than thinking happiness. This comes actually from the book of the day, the Blinkist book of the day, which is called the Optimistic Child. As you can see, it is raining here, and I'm in my little box thing, trying to stay out of the rain. The Blinkist book of the day, fantastic, all about the optimistic child, but it's a lot of stuff in there that we can learn as adults as to how to be optimistic rather than pessimistic. Some beautiful tools in there, some beautiful thoughts about what it means to be optimistic, what it means to have self-esteem, and how to be happier, how to do catastrophizing. There's a 4-step thing he talks about in there, or they talk about in there rather, about thinking, catching your thoughts and saying, oh, was that a bad thought? Was that a good thought? There's a really cool bit in there about a child whose mum is scolding them, or dad is scolding them, parent is scolding them. It's interesting. I listen to these Blinkist books at the door, and they always have these sort of she's and he's in there to try and they add the she's in to try and mitigate from the fact that they always say he's in the past. But I just don't understand why they don't say they, or make it like gender neutral. The parent is scolding the child, as opposed to the mum is scolding the child, or the dad is scolding the child. Anyway, the parent is scolding the child, and the child is thinking to themselves, mummy's the worst. Oh, obviously, my parent is the worst. As opposed to, my parent is in the worst mood right now. So that's a permanent state of affairs versus a temporary state of affairs. And this comes back to all the things I always talk about. That whole looking back in the past and looking forward in the future, and taking all the stuff from the past and projecting it forward into the future, that makes things permanent. Whereas if you think more temporary, more in the present, you go, this is what's happening right now. This is what's going on in my life right now. You can feel less bad about how your whole life is. There are people I come across on a regular basis who feel like their whole life is terrible and everything is bad. They talk about nothing goes right for them and all these big, like, all-encompassing words, whereas it's not true at all. And I've just realised my alarm is going off. I'm going to have to stop the alarm, so I'm going to pause for a second. Bear with me. I'll snooze. I'll have to snooze it. That's the only way I can do that. Which means it's going to go off again in 3 minutes' time. So it'll be a good alarm for me. I'll be close to 9 minutes by then. Right. Catastrophizing. No, what was I talking about? Pessimism, positivity, negativity. I can't remember. Never mind. The joys of these things, eh? And there's nobody watching because it's only 8:30 in the morning. I'm nice and early today, getting going. Good early start on the day today. We talk about optimistic children. Temporary, permanent, I think is where we got to. If you can start seeing things as more temporary, and this is just happening right now rather than this is my whole life. Remove those words, those always, never words from your vocabulary, and change them into currently, at the moment, those sorts of things. Or I don't know, can't think of any particular examples at the moment, but I'm sure they'll come to me a little bit later on. And also what it talks in there about self-esteem is like self-esteem is not just thinking about things positively or thinking about your actions positively. It's about actually doing things and achieving things on a daily basis. And this is what I teach. So this is the 7-day challenge we've got coming up on Sunday. If you're interested in living a life you love and you want to learn how to do that, we do small, tiny little actions every single day to teach ourselves positivity, find positive things in our lives, just in our everyday normal lives. It's not extra things, not adding things, adding a few little bits and pieces, but tiny little things, things that you could easily incorporate into your life. For example, just being mindful while you're washing your teeth, thanking yourself when you put your clothes on and when you take your clothes off, paying attention to putting your shoes on, thanking your body when you're drying yourself after a shower or a bath or something like this. These are all just little things. Just listening to music when you're in the shower, for example, just putting the radio, that sort of stuff, rather than listening to the news, turning the TV off, lighting a candle at bedtime rather than playing on your phone, for example. These are all just things that you're probably doing already, but just adjusting it slightly to improve your life and live a life you love. So if you want to start that and join me with that on Sunday night, let me know. I would love to help you learn to live a life you love in 7 days, or at least start to. That's the idea of it. And if you know anybody else who's struggling as well, put them in touch with me. I said I hopefully had a landing page on Monday. I can't believe it's Thursday already and I still haven't got a landing page together. I need to sort my life out and get these things done. But I'm getting there today. That's why I'm starting early today. I want to crack on today and get some stuff done. I've had some feedback on my Rubik's Cube course though. That's kind of cool. Somebody just did it yesterday in 47 minutes. They'd never solved a Rubik's Cube before, never touched a Rubik's Cube before. 47 minutes, solved it. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to a few more people doing that today. It's all part of the process. Somebody said yesterday, you do your fingers in too many pies, John. But again, that's one of those doing happiness things. That's about finding something, achieving it, feeling satisfaction from having achieved it. My friend Anna was telling me the other day about puzzles, and we are going to create a puzzle for Find Your Fire as well, where actually making a puzzle gives you that little sort of sense of satisfaction. Every time you put a piece in, click, you go, yay, that worked. And there's my alarm. Sorry, back again. Yes, so putting a last little puzzle into the puzzle, and so you're putting the edges around, feel satisfaction for that. Every single piece you put in, you go, yeah, I found it, hurrah! Very little mini celebrations as you're making a puzzle. So that's kind of a cool idea. And the same thing with the Rubik's Cube as well. Doing happiness rather than thinking happiness. So rather than just thinking about things positively, thinking positively. You hear people talking about positive thinking all the time. And it's not about that. It is about that to a certain extent, but it's more that comes into more about whether or not hello Al, how you doing? And Charlie as well was on here earlier. Is she still on here? Hello Charlie, say hello, give me some thumbs up and some love hearts, that'd be lovely. Also, by the way, before I run out of time, the Oprah top 10 in the description is really cool. But another really good, and actually it's well worth listening to. And in there she talks about how if I can just change one person's life and make a difference and look into their eyes and know that you've changed their life, that's worth it. And we can all do that. We can all change somebody's life just by being positive to that one person and making them feel good about themselves. And helping them to see these things, helping them to see that pessimistic versus optimistic side of things, and catching those negative thoughts that they're putting out into the world. Helping people see that it's not the whole world, it's not their whole life, it's not always and never, it's temporary, it's now. Their past is not projection of their future. They can change it now. They can change their future by doing taking actions now to change the future. So yeah, all good stuff. Okay, I've run my 10 minutes. That's cool though, because I've kind of finished the topic now, which is fantastic. Hello Latif, how are you doing? So the whole conclusion of all this stuff is, instead of just thinking positively, actually do stuff that's positive. Take action on a daily basis, little tiny actions on a daily basis that will make you feel good. Today, it's pouring with rain. I could have just stayed in bed and said, I'm not going to bother going out for a run today, but I've gone out for a run. I've had fun. I'm talking to you people now. I've cheered myself up by doing this. I felt a sense of achievement because I've got up and I've gone out for a run. It's a little bit chilly because I've only got the raincoat. It's the only layer I've got. I've just got a t-shirt underneath here, so it's a little bit chilly. But I'm doing all right. It's good. It's all fun, and I'm very happy to have chatted to you and done a nice little talk about doing happiness instead of thinking happiness. So yeah, make sure you do some stuff today that makes you feel good about your life. And if you want to learn how to do more of that, hello Michelle, how are you doing? Charlie's on here as well. Well, she was earlier anyway. Join me on my 7-day Learn to Live a Life You Love challenge starting on Sunday night. Yes, we had a really good time last time. Not so many people, but good results for a couple of people there. They felt fantastic. Looking forward to getting even more this time. Hopefully getting some people who are willing to give some reviews this time. Quiet people tend to be not so good about those sorts of things. Anyway, lovely. Right. Like I said, get in touch with me if you're interested in doing that and learning about how to live a life you love starting on Sunday night. Take care, everybody. Love you all. Send love out into the world. Find something you love. Find somebody you love. Tell them you love them. And spread that love into the world. And there is my snoozy alarm. It's just going to ting for a little seconds because I can't close it off without solving the review. Finishing this there. Happy birthday, everybody. Remember, every day is your birthday. Go out and celebrate it. Remember to blow out your candles and make a wish. That'd be fantastic. If you don't know what all that means, watch the first couple of minutes of this video and that'd be fantastic. Take care, guys. Bye for now. Love you all. Mwah.